welcome Mark Williams.
Nanu, nanu.
Hello Mark, welcome to Belgium.
Hello, dank u wel.
Yeah, we said we would do this one in French, right?
Oui, d'accord. On y
So,
va.
allons-y. First time in Belgium?
No,
Anything, how many times have you been in Belgium before?
about 9.
Right.
Brussels, Antwerpen, Liège, Ghent, Bruges. Yes.
Now, in a previous Q&A with Kevin, he had 23 rounds of applause, which is a record.
Is it?
You're at 1. I wonder if this crowd can break your record. That's 2.
Okay, how many spontaneous rounds of applause did Kevin get?
-2. Yesterday we played a little game because there is a drinking game in the UK where the question is, can you name 3 famous Belgians?
Yes.
And you did fairly well yesterday.
Okay.
And so you had time to study all night. So,
Yeah, but I remembered some that I'd forgotten about.
so can you name 5 famous Belgians?
Georges Simenon,
Yes.
Hergé, Virginie Afria, Marguerite Yourcenar.
She's French.
No,
French.
no, she was born in Belgium.
Okay, I stand corrected. Sorry.
Google said. And John of Gaunt,
Ah, John of Ghent, yes.
John of Ghent, the father of Henry IV of England. Thank you very much.
That's 5, yes. Yesterday's Q&A.
21.
Yesterday's Q&A, if we could summarize your life, it came down to 3 words.
Yes,
Romance, reading, and rubber ducks.
yes. I completely agree with that, yeah.
And yesterday, you even explained, and let's get it out of the way, the thing about rubber ducks.
But what is the function of a rubber duck? Which doesn't appear in the book, as somebody pointed out. We invented that. The film people. The function of a rubber duck is bath time amusement. Amusement dans l'heure du bain.
Wow.
I don't know what it is in Dutch.
Plezier in het bad.
Okay, dank u wel.
Now, Mark, you're an actor.
Yes,
obviously.
guilty.
Yes. How long have you been acting for?
1983.
So just 4 decades. What would be the one thing?
Yes, just 40 years.
And you're in your prime. What would have be the thing that has changed most in those 4 decades in acting?
Technology. Lighting. Lighting used to be hot, now it's cool. It used to take hours to light a set, and now they do it in half an hour. Directional flooding. It's completely different, completely different. When I first started, they used lights called Brutes, which were carbon arc lights. So they had a great big, they were huge, huge. Well, that's why they're called Brutes. And they had 2 carbon rods with a spark in between them. And they made a noise, it was like, it was kind of, whoa, it looked dangerous, as indeed it was. But they don't have those anymore.
Now, Ian McKellen, during the filming of The Hobbit,
Yeah.
broke down famously because he was surrounded by green screens.
Yeah.
He said, like, I didn't study to become an actor to do this.
No.
So are you more of a special effects CGI man or
I don't really know what McKellen is on about. So, you know, you have to imagine when you're in green screen. Well, don't you have to imagine when you're stood on a wooden stage, surrounded by cardboard, looking at loads of people, and you have to pretend you're on a battlefield? What's the difference? Plus ça change, plus c'est la même chose,
Wow.
in my opinion.
So you have no preference.
So I don't know what he's on about.
So no, you have no preference.
No, my preference is for working. I like to work. I don't mind where it is.
As long as you work.
Some people, there's some idea that you have a luxury to choose. No. People say, why didn't you do this or why didn't you do that? Actors don't choose. People choose you.
And are there any choices that weren't made that you regret?
What jobs that I didn't get?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had one theatre job and the director died just before we did it. That was a shame for him and for me.
Any preference between theater play or movie or TV series?
They're all different. They're all different. You know, big movies take a long time, and it's easy to get bored, which you don't really kind of imagine, but you can do, yeah. Doing the same thing again and again and again. Television is much quicker, so it's easy to get tired. And theatre is instantaneous, so it's easy to get scared. So bored, tired, scared. You're gonna be one or the other. So you better deal with it.
As you said, on movie sets, sometimes you have to reshoot and reshoot and reshoot.
Yeah, and also you have what's called turnaround. So if you're filming us, the cameras are where you are, and then we have to come round and film you. So all this has to go, all you have to come back. So between that and that can take, on Harry Potter, on the final battle, the turnaround took 6 months.
6 months to
Yes.
film.
It was snowing when we did the first part, and it was nearly the summer when we did the second.
Wow.
So that can be difficult.
What's your record for most reshoots of one scene?
I don't know, I never count. It's not good for the soul, or the head, or the heart. I don't know, probably 30, probably, I would have thought.
30, 30.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
How do you still put your heart in there for the 30th time? You have
Money. People don't talk about it, but you are working for a living, you know. It's just the same. You've got to go to work. Go to work. Get up, go to work. Remember your lines.
There's worse jobs to be done.
Yeah, sure thing. I have done some of them.
Like?
I used to work on an artificial insemination station, mucking out bulls. Not so good.
Rather be on set?
I was a carpenter, a painter, you know, delivery driver.
Rather be an actor?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Of all the emotions,
I can do it. There's a great scene in Tootsie, isn't there? Where he says, I can be taller. I can be taller. Yeah.
of all the emotions you have to convey as an actor, you know, crying, laughing, being sad, being angry, which one is the most difficult to convey?
Being intelligent. That's hard.
Because you don't have to act.
You can't actually act intelligent because you see people trying and you go, no.
Now, obviously, you're famous.
Kind of.
Fame, do you love it? Do you hate it?
You have to, how do you mean?
I mean, do you love being famous? Do you love being recognized?
Do you mean you are like walking into a restaurant and go, I'll have a table, please?
Yes.
That doesn't happen.
Okay.
Do you mean being recognised?
Yes.
Well, that's great. And I never know what people are going to say. What? Because I've done so many things. Thank you. They might say Shakespeare in love, or you know, I don't know. But it's important to meet the audience. It's important to know what people think. Otherwise, you're just doing it in a vacuum, and what's the point of that? Because it's only about communication. That's what we do. That's what actors do. Give. So if we don't know whether people are believing you, then how are you going to do it again? I think.
Now there's a famous sketch, well not sketch actually, it's you know the Graham Norton show? And the guy who plays Mr. Bean tells a story where somebody comes up to him and tells him, do you know you're like the spitting image of that Mr. Bean guy? And he's confused. Have you ever been mistaken for another actor?
Yeah.
Who was it?
Oh, you wouldn't know, but yeah, I've been mistaken for other actors and other people. You know, get over it, really, kind of thing. I don't understand actors who are very, who have an amour propre. What's that about?
And did you correct that fan, or did you leave him or her?
No, leave them. Oh, yes, leave them, yes. Thank you. Yes, thank you.
So they still believe the Mets Tom Cruise?
Well, yeah, they still think, who?
Tom.
Oh, him.
Yes.
The little guy.
Yes. Now, yes,
there's a lot of snobbery about Tom Cruise, but he's such a good actor. You watch him and you believe him. Ian McKellen, I never believe him. Yeah.
Now, yesterday there was a question to James McAvoy from somebody in the audience, and the question was, if you could switch lives for 1 week with another celebrity, who would you choose? And he chose, I've got a name now, Swift Taylor, thank you. He chose Swift Taylor, so who would you choose?
Taylor Swift, did
Taylor
he choose?
Swift, yes.
Why did he do that?
Because she's on top of the world, and he thought like, she's broken up, she's changed the system, and
Yeah, she has. Yeah, but you just be answering the phone all day going, no, yeah, no, pink. No, more pink than last time. Well, I don't know. Who would you swap with? What about President Biden? I'll be like, yeah, I'd swap with him. What did he say? Donald who? Donald Trump? Oh.
And what would be your first executive order as President of the United States?
First executive order. Cheer up. Come on. It's not over yet. Let's get with the program. Up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll switch now to questions from the audience. As you can see, there are 2 microphones, one to the left, one to the right. So this is your unique opportunity to ask any questions you want to ask to this fine gentleman here. Don't be shy. Mark usually doesn't.
Oh, you didn't ask me what other role I'd like to play if I could play another.
I'm just going to explain, and then I'll ask you the questions so you can think about it, because clearly you haven't.
Because I thought of one.
Okay, so this fine young lady is present in every
Hello,
Q&A.
lady.
So there's a few ground rules. English only, 1 question per person. Please respect the strike rules. Don't ask for free kisses, free hugs, free books.
Oh, you can. No, I'm not exact. You
okay.
can ask me anything you like.
Oh, you can ask anything you want.
I'm not an American. God bless them.
Still no free hugs or free kisses. But before we get to the audience question, if there had been any role you could have played, existing or to be created, which one would you have chosen?
Scooby-Doo! You get to eat.
And we love you. Let's go.
Hi, Hi.
Hi there.
What is your most beautiful bonding moment with your daughter?
With Bonnie? What, my real daughter? Oh God, when she was born. It's like losing a layer of skin. Yeah. Well, once I got back from work and I woke up and she was stood by the bed, so I was looking at that and there she was. That was pretty good. You mean my real daughter or my pretend daughters? Because Bonnie's just had a baby, so technically I'm a fictional grandfather. Thank you. Hi.
Hi. I just want to say thank you for bringing the role of Arthur to life.
You're welcome.
The Harry Potter movies in general just really pulled me through my childhood and through my teenage years.
Brilliant.
And looking at you, I see a bit of my dad in Arthur, and I
That's
see
the idea.
how I want to be as a parent myself as well.
Yeah.
So sometimes when I'm having a bit of a hard time, I just put on Harry Potter. I'm like, yeah, what would Arthur do? So thank you so much for just being you, and God bless. I love you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was an easy question.
Hi.
Hi.
So I also loved you as Arthur Weasley, but
Thank
I
you.
also really love you as Father Brown.
Thanks very much.
And I kind of feel like maybe they're a bit similar. They're both very kind, but a bit eccentric.
Well, they're both me.
So yeah, I wanted to ask, how do you feel about the comparison between the roles, and do you think you've been typecast a bit?
Well, they're both very inquisitive, aren't they? Nosy, as we'd say in English. So, I mean, mostly that's not because I've done that, that's because they want that. You know, that's what they've chosen, that quality. You know, we are, as I said, we don't have a lot of agency. It's what people want. Because, you know, producers and directors are buying, they're shopping. So they shopped for me. Thank you. Thanks
Thank
very
you.
much.
First, I want to say that I really love you in the role of Father Brown.
Thank you very much.
It's a program that my mom and I really like watching.
And lots of people watch it together with their family, which I really, really appreciate.
My question is, Father Brown obviously solves a lot of crime, but do you like mysteries and such?
Yeah, I do. And I've learned quite a lot about being a detective. And most of it's about listening. Somebody said something the other day about their daughter who got into trouble at school. And I listened to what she was saying and I said, has she got a new friend at school? And she said, yes, she has. So I was quite proud of that piece of detective work.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi there.
You've mentioned that the pace at the television is much faster.
Yes.
Like really fast. And that reminds me of a show you used to make
Yes,
long time
thank
ago.
you. That's very well done, yes.
And I was wondering whether people do still say "shoots sir" or "shoots you."
Yeah, there were two guys, the Fast Show is what we're talking about here, which is a British television sketch show, which they don't make anymore. Pourquoi? Je ne sais pas. But there were two guys yesterday dressed as Ken and Kenny. They were very good. So yes, I love your t-shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
It says pining for the fjords. Aren't we all? Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, sir.
Hello, Mr. Williams.
Hello.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
In the real life, in which Hogwarts houses would you see well?
Slytherin. Why not? Live dangerously, that's what I say.
Hello.
I
I was wondering which is your favorite quote?
My favourite wolf.
Quote.
No, quote.
Quote.
Quote. What, from the whole of literature?
No, from your movies.
Oh, from the movies. Oh, that I say, I just, it's the first line I said where I just say, "Morning Weasleys," which is a gift of the first line, so I probably like that one.
Thank you. My favorite quote was obvious, your quote about the duck.
Oh yeah.
Since you signed mine, if you remember this morning.
I do, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Hello.
Hello. Well, Harry Potter was really my childhood and stuff, and now there's like a series coming. What do you think of the cast for the?
I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do it because how are they going to keep it similar? Each series might be completely different. I just don't know how they're going to do it. I speak as an ex-producer. You need one presiding producer, I think, which is what we had in David Heyman. So, if you ask me honestly, I don't think it'll all get made. I think they'll maybe make one and then realise they can't do it.
And if you could choose, would you want to be in the series?
No, thank you. I've done Arthur, and he was very good to me, and I like him very much. Thank you. Hello.
Hello. I was wondering, James and Oliver Phelps, the Weasley twins, they were obviously on set as much of pranksters as they were in the movies.
Yeah.
How was it with you? Were they also very much a prankster?
The boys, well, when they were, there was in the Goblet of Fire, I had to be a dad a bit. It was like, will you just calm down, please? And then in the first two films, Dan and Rupert used to get the giggles. What's that? Yeah.
Giggles, yes.
Gigs, every day, exactly at 3 o'clock. And they just used to go, and Chris Columbus used to say, guys, come on, just can't, you're sorry. So, yeah, there was a lot of that.
Thank you.
Thanks.
My question was, how did you feel about the loss of Sir Michael Gambon?
Michael was a marvellous man, yeah, it was very sad. I miss him greatly.
Thank
you. But I had the pleasure to work with him, so, yeah.
Hi, my friend is a bit shy, so if it's okay, I'm going to ask his question to. He wants to know if you could go to any country in the world, what would it be?
That's a very good question. Right now, well, I've never been to the Svalbard Islands, so I think I would like to go there before they get warm, before there's no polar bears. Yes, Svalbard. Thank you. Is that all right? Do you know?
Yeah, it's okay.
And China. How about China? Okay.
Yeah.
Where would you go?
I like England.
You like England?
Yeah.
Well, good luck with that. The problem with England at the moment is it's broke.
And my own question is, if you could just go to the past or to the future, in what year would you want to live?
Okay, time travel. Okay, I think there's a lot of stuff about going and seeing things in time travel, but, well, no, I'd go and have a meal somewhere. Possibly the Café de Paris in 1909. I think that would be a good meal.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Once you start thinking about food time travel, I recommend it to you. It's rather good.
The gentleman to the right.
Inclined. Hi.
Hi. So you've played a detective for 10 seasons or something?
Yes.
Now if you watch mystery shows or read mystery books, are you able to predict the ending better?
No. I can watch Father Brown series 2 and start watching and not know who did it. Which is kind of refreshing. Sometimes you do, don't you? You go like, now I've got it. Where sometimes it's a mystery. Thank you. Hi.
What is your favorite movie or series on the TV?
Ever? Any movie, any series? Whoa, big question. You have to go with the first thing that comes in your head, don't you? So my favourite film would be Withnail and I, English comedy. My favourite TV series is The Simpsons. What's yours?
I actually don't know because there's so much and
See what I mean? Okay. Thank you.
Hi.
Hi there.
You're the funniest actor I've met so far, so
Excellent.
I was
Thank you very
wondering,
much. I'll take
what's
that.
your favorite joke?
My favourite joke? Where does Caesar keep his armies?
I don't know.
Up his sleeveys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi.
Here.
Hello.
So
I'll get it soon. I'll be fine.
Great. My question is specifically on Father Brown. Is
Okay.
there any characteristic or trait that you share with the character?
Yeah, he's greedy.
Okay.
Yeah, he likes cake. And I like cake. I like eating. I like coming to Europe because you have cake for breakfast. You don't have this in England. Not allowed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. First of all, thank you for the role of Arthur Weasley.
Thank you.
The Weasley family is my favorite. And my question for you is, do you have a motive in life that just gets you through those tough days?
A motive? No. Well, I think it's a mixture of things for me, but most of it is keep going. Keep going.
Thank you.
Thank you. You never know what's around the corner or up ahead. Hi.
Hi. You have played so many characters from so many fictional worlds. If you could choose one world that you've played in and one character from that world, what would you do with that character for a day in that world?
That's a kind of complex question.
Sorry.
Well, yeah, okay. I'd quite like to go back to the Shakespeare in Love and be in London at the Globe for a day and see a performance with Shakespeare in it, and then have a really nice dinner with the actors who would all be drunk. Yeah, how's that?
Very nice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi there.
Hi. We know you tinkered on the Fort Angela and Harry Potter movies, so it would be more useful for the family if you could, in real life, alter any object in the world. What would it be?
To alter it.
Yeah, alter so it could be more useful for you.
I can't think of one. I kind of get by how it is, really. I would like probably to pay in a restaurant every time you went in, so you didn't have to pay at the end. That's not very good, really, is it? And no, I might have to get back to you on that one.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Hello. I just wanted to say that I'm a really huge Harry Potter fan, and I can imagine a lot of things would have happened on set while filming. So I wanted to ask you, what was your favorite moment on set during all the films?
My favourite time on set was we had a lot of time doing nothing, waiting, and it was just the talk, the conversations, with Michael Gambon particularly. So I love that and I miss that. Not only with Michael, with Alan Rickman and also with Robbie Coltrane as well. So there's a sort of bittersweet thing there going on at the moment for me.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. I know what I'd like to alter, and it's for work, which is that we have microphones that are attached to us, radio mics. And I would like to invent something where we didn't have to have microphones attached to us. I don't know what, but that's what I think. Because it's really dull having this thing there, because you can't touch yourself or anything. In answer to your question, wherever she is. Oh, hi!
I would want to know what your favorite movie was to play in.
What's my favourite?
Movie to play in.
Favourite movie to play in? The one I'm doing now. I always like that the best, because that's the best way to live. So my favourite movie is the one I did 3 weeks ago. And that was great. And that's called Robin and the Hood, which will be out at some point.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi, welcome. To my personal opinion, Molly from Harry Potter is gravely underestimated as a sorceress, because in a duel with Bellatrix Strange, she actually wins.
Yeah.
And I was wondering how you feel about it. Like, why do you think people kind of don't notice how good she is? Is it because she's a housewife, or because she's too kind, or?
I don't really. Well, no. Arthur thinks she's brilliant. She was better than him at school, so he's enthralled to her. I don't think that ever occurs to Arthur that she's less of a wizard than he is.
But I mean, like the other people, she
Well, I
kind of
can't
gets
speak for
overlooked.
other people. I'm not sure that. Well, she's two things. She's both. Why can't she be both?
Absolutely.
She has no problem with that. And she ends up killing Bellatrix, so there you go.
Thank you.
Thanks. Hiya.
Hello. So I'm going to London next year for the very first time for my birthday.
Good luck.
And I was wondering if you could recommend something to do in London, because we're not sure what to do yet.
Oh, okay. London, get on a bus and ride around, because you see on the tube maps, it all looks like it's a long way apart. It's not. Everything's close together.
Yes.
And then you see, and then you can choose. Westminster Abbey's worth looking at.
Ah, yes, okay.
I think.
All right,
And the river.
Yes.
Go on the river.
All right, good.
Because that's what London's all about.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, have a nice time. Bon voyage. Hiya.
Hello. First of all, thank you for bringing the magic here to Facts. Talking about the magic, my question is, if you would be able to invent a spell, what spell would that be? What would it sound like, and what would it do?
It would be a spell that would stop people talking. I'm going to have to say this word. I'm sorry, boys and girls. Bullshit. It would be. So it would be a spell.
Now the question is, what will you call it? How do you pronounce it?
I don't know. Excrementum nonus. Ocularis.
Thank you very much.
No, non excrementum non vocare. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi there.
If you could be any Harry Potter character beside Arthur Weasley, who will you be?
Bellatrix. Cheers, mate.
All right, final question. Make it a good one, no pressure.
Yeah, it was actually about the spell, so I was just wondering, what is your favorite spell from the whole Harry Potter movies?
Tarantellegra.
Nice.
Which makes people dance. That's kind of a nice, cheerful spell.
Okay, mine's Expecto Patronum.
Oh, right, okay. Be here in a minute. My Patronum's an octopus, apparently.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have time for. Give it up for Mark!